October 1993, the star of America's most beloved sitcom walks onto a stage in front of a packed room of celebrities. He is wearing full, traditional 1930s minstrel blackface, painted on massive white lips, a top hat, the whole ensemble. Over the next few minutes, he reportedly drops the N-word over a dozen times, tells graphic jokes about his sex life, and creates an atmosphere so toxic that the mayor of New York literally walks out of the building.
Within 20 seconds, I was like I stuck my finger in a light socket.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be a joke. Instead, it became one of the most baffling, radioactive career kamikaze missions in Hollywood history. If you grew up in the 80s or 90s, Ted Danson was your guy. He was Sam Malone. He was the charming, slightly broken bartender on Cheers. If you're younger, he's Michael from The Good Place. He is the ultimate TV nice guy, the guy your mom has a crush on. He's safe, he's comfortable. He has a smile that makes you want to buy whatever car insurance he's selling. But beneath that squeaky clean, network television exterior is a story so bizarre that for over 30 years, the internet has practically treated it like an urban legend. But it happened. And to understand how a beloved A-lister ended up looking like a Jim Crow-era caricature, we have to look at the woman he was sitting next to. In the early 90s, Ted Danson started dating Whoopi Goldberg. They met on the Arsenio Hall show, co-starred in a movie called Made in America, and kicked off a highly publicized affair. This wasn't just a quiet Hollywood fling. The tabloids lost their absolute minds. And the media coverage wasn't just invasive, it was nasty. According to Danson, the press heavily scrutinized their interracial relationship, casting brutal judgments.
It couldn't be because they liked each other or saw something in each other. It had to be sex. It had to be just pure sex. That's the only reason for a relationship like this.
Enter the Friars Club. For decades, the Friars Club was an exclusive, notorious society where legendary comedians would gather to brutally roast each other. It was an off-the-record safe space for the most depraved, insensitive jokes imaginable. In the fall of '93, Whoopi Goldberg was the guest of honor, and her boyfriend, Ted Danson, was asked to be the roast master. There was just one problem. Behind closed doors, their relationship was already falling apart. They didn't even want to be there.
We had already agreed to do it, and then our relationship was ending, and we said, well, we should get out of this. And they said, we will sue you. Because they had sold so many tickets.
Trapped by the threat of a lawsuit, Ted had to perform. But he was terrified. He wasn't a stand-up comic. He was a sitcom actor, about to share a stage with the most ruthless insult comics on the planet. He needed an edge. He needed a stunt.
I'm not a stand-up.
You're not.
I can't run with the bulls.
Yeah.
I am, I'm an
Difference
actor
between being a
at
comic
best.
actor and a
yes,
stand-up
if the
comedian.
material's funny, I can be funny.
Yeah.
And so I was, what am I going to do? And then I thought, well, I can do performance theater.
Performance theater. That was his big idea. He genuinely believed that if he painted his face black, it would magically grant him the cultural authority to make edgy, biting commentary about race relations in America. The night of October 8th arrives. The New York Hilton Hotel ballroom is packed with A-list celebrities, politicians, and media. Ted Danson takes the podium, and it is a spectacular, unmitigated disaster. According to reports from the room, he didn't just wear the makeup. He committed to the bit. He used racial slurs double-digit times. He made disgustingly graphic jokes about Whoopi and mixed-race children. One report from legendary critic Roger Ebert even claimed Danson started eating watermelon on stage. The room completely fractured. Some people awkwardly laughed, but many of the black celebrities in attendance were absolutely appalled. Talk show host Montel Williams didn't just walk out. He later likened the entire event to a KKK meeting.
Montel Williams went out and did his show while I was, as I was finally...
As you were still getting to the closer?
My heart was...
The press ripped him to shreds. They called it obscene, racist, and completely tone-deaf. But amidst the absolute firestorm of public outrage, Danson had exactly one defender. And it was the last person anyone expected. Whoopi Goldberg. Not only was she entirely unfazed, she actively fought the press to protect him. According to the Associated Press, Whoopi flat out admitted that she wrote most of Ted's jokes for the evening. She even claimed she was the one who referred him to the makeup artist to apply the blackface. She told the press that anyone offended was missing the point of a Friars roast.
But Whoopi's blessing didn't stop the bleeding. The damage was fatal. The public statement was issued. The apologies were made. And by the following month, their relationship was completely over. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not showing you the actual video of this performance, it's because it functionally doesn't exist. Friars Club roasts had been professionally filmed since the 1950s. There were reportedly at least 4 videographers in the room that night, but for over 30 years, not a single frame of video from Danson's set has ever leaked to the public. The only surviving trace is a tiny snippet of audio buried in a 1999 Cinemax documentary. And if you listen to the crowd's reaction, you can hear exactly the moment the room realizes how horribly wrong this is going.
Please welcome Ted Danson.
So, how did he survive? How does a white actor do a minstrel show in the 90s and still get cast in primetime television for the next 3 decades? Mostly because he retreated, kept his head down, and let the sheer passage of time bury the photos. But the internet never forgets. Every few years, a new generation discovers the photos and their brains short-circuit. They see the guy from Cheers looking like a walking hate crime, and the cycle of outrage reboots.
That this white guy could have something valuable to say about race and race relations was so stupid and entitled. And I thought, oh, I can be, Robin Williams. I can step up and I can pull this off.
Which brings us to 2026. In an era where celebrities will hire crisis PR teams to write notes-app apologies for breathing wrong, Ted Danson finally sat down for a raw, unscripted post-mortem on the Who's With Me podcast.
And that was so arrogant and stupid on my part.
He didn't blame the 90s. He didn't hide behind Whoopi's defense. He confessed that he worked on the bit for months. It wasn't a slip of the tongue. It was a calculated, pre-planned disaster born purely out of ego. He admitted that for years, he tried to hide behind his good intentions. He tried to convince himself that because he was acting out of love for his girlfriend, the backlash was unfair. But reality eventually caught up to him.
You did it.
Yeah.
And you've had this impact. So I apologize again for to anyone who's listening, that I was arrogant enough to think that I had something to offer.
Ted Danson thought he was untouchable. He thought the rules of reality didn't apply to him because he was standing in an exclusive club holding a microphone. He painted himself into a corner that he has spent the last 33 years trying to wash off.
It doesn't matter how beloved you are. It doesn't matter how many Emmys you win or how many drinks you pour at a Boston bar. When ego takes the wheel, the crash is inevitable. Because in the end, every star falls.